Hello. I don't know if I should say, I'm thinking of Animaniacs. Hello, nurse, which these days is probably not politically correct. Is politically correct even politically correct? Anyway, I am waiting for some people to join because I know some people are joining. And hopefully this will tell me when people join, because sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Let's see. Is this what I press to be able to see comments? No, that's what I press to be able to write a comment. And I cannot, nope. Broadcast as it happens, yes. Oh, this is funny. There are options on my live. It says I can just do a live video, or I can do a mystery mask where you surprise your viewers with a different mask every 5 seconds. And I'm gonna do that just for a little bit. Where's my mask? I want a mask. Does it not see me? Hello? Facebook land, where's my mask? Well, this is disappointing. How come I don't see a mask? Well, that's just not cool. Okay, I guess I'm going back to regular live. Oh, 2 people are here. I have no clue who. Sorry, guys. Facebook doesn't give info anymore. Oh, Kadra. Hello, good evening. Oh, now it gives me some info. So, welcome. I am I have some mix here that's not fully mixed yet, but I put some lakes in and some of it was a little lumpy. So I'm just trying to break up those colors a bit as people join. But I master batch my, hey Ness, I master batch my mix. And so what I do is I put, I'll show you one. I put all of my dry ingredients except for citric acid in my batch size. And I have a drawer full of that. And then I have my citric acid in a different one, and so that I can just get making. So I'm gonna just get started. I have a couple of potential new designs to test. Oh, Kadra, I'm sorry you don't get notifications. I never know how to do those. Like, I watch like Robin French Smith and or Amanda Aaron do lives on the Bath Biz and Foam group. I swear I've signed up to get notifications and I don't get them. I don't get it. Anyway, but I'm going to start making, I have some potential new designs, and just to let people know if any of those work. They are not listed yet because tonight I'm testing them for the first time to see if they work. And it will take a few days to get them listed if it turns out they work. If not, I may have to go back and make some adjustments. And I'm Eastern Orthodox, so tomorrow is my Christmas. So I will not be working tomorrow. And I will not be working on Saturday because I have plans for Saturday as well, Christmas type plans on Saturday. That being said, if you have an order in, they're still printing, and I'm still, like, most prints are 8 to 12 hours, so I can still get that going and still not work. So, okay, I'm going to turn this camera down a teensy bit and share with you where I am and what I'm doing. Hey, Julie, how are you? Okay, let's turn this camera down a bit so you don't see my chandelier anymore. And I'm trying a new way to do the camera that hopefully will still have you seeing. Thank you, Julie. And hopefully, let's see. I want you to more see the making than me. Okay, hopefully this, you can see my mess behind me, but That's okay. Okay, hopefully this will work. I'll move this more over when it's time. Okay, so what I've done so far is I have my dry mix except for the citric acid in here. I do have a bit of yellow lake in here because my plan is to do kind of a very light orange color. And I am using some dyes that are kind of a coral and a yellow mixed together. So I don't know how those will be. These are all of my wet ingredients except for my dye because I forgot to put my dye in first. Normally when I use dyes, in my wet ingredient pitcher, I'll throw a little dye in, throw a little hot water in, get that dye. What is the word I'm looking for? I want to say moisturize, but that's not the word. Basically get it wet, but that's not the word. Anyway, and then I add all my wet ingredients, but I forgot to do that this time. Hey, Alicia. So what I did do was I got one of my shot glasses because I don't do shots anymore. So all the shot glasses from back when I did that kind of stuff, I'm like, what do I do with these? And now I use them to mix dyes. This is I went to Hood College and it says Hood girls are good girls. We had shirts that on the back said, but the bad ones are better. Anyway, that is now one of my dyes. So this is a combo of a coral melon and yellow 5. So I'm just going to add this into my liquids. And it's not going to all get in there. And so what I usually do, get rid of that. I try and get every last little bit that I can. I'm gonna throw that on a paper towel over there. I'm gonna mix that in. I'll get more in there in a moment. But see, I want a really light orange. The fragrance I'm gonna use is Mango Sorbet from Nature's Garden. And so I do want a little bit of a light orange. I'm just gonna put a little bit of that mixture in here to try and get a little bit more out of here. And then I really hate like not using every last drip. So once I'm done with that, and I still have more in there, I will then take diluted, not diluted. It's not about dilution. It's really about like you need to like activate the dye almost, which is it's water soluble. So you need to add that wet ingredient to, I'll figure it out later when I'm not live anymore. True addict, get every last drop from your shot glass. Of course, dyes are very expensive. Okay, so I just put a little bit of the dry mix in there. And then I can like get basically like practically everything out. So that's just what I do. So my dye's in there and I'm just gonna add my wet ingredients into that as well. I will do a similar thing with my wet ingredients. But first I'll just get all this going and I'm gonna just get this going in the mixer for a bit. And then I'll chat with you a little bit more. And my mixer is very loud. So hopefully you will hear me. I think on the last live people heard me. So hopefully that's not a problem. Okay, stop. You can get the rest later in a moment, Nectaria. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Waste no dye. Yes, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so I just have everything in there. I'm gonna put it in my mixer with the paddle mixer on, off camera. Okay, let's get that going. And I'm just getting that mixed so that it'll all like generally get through there. So like I said, I am using Mango Sorbet. I generally hydrate. Yes. I said hydrate earlier and I was like, that's not the right word, but I think it is the right word. Okay. So I don't know if you guys remember, if you were watching or if you've seen a replay, I did a live, I want to say 2 months ago, I don't know, where my mix was just misbehaving. I was like, I cannot figure this out. It's such a great recipe, blah, blah, blah. And then later I like rewatched the live and I figured out I had forgotten to put the poly 80 in. So those became now embeds. So I'm nearing the end of those, but I'm going to use those today for embeds, and that's why I want that kind of orangey color, because the orange has red 28 in it, which is red 27, red 28 are the same color. One's a lake, one's a dye. And this used some of those kinds of colors, so I figured in the water, the pink with that like orange should be okay. Should not get me some ugly poo brown. Let me get that mix and then I'll continue chatting. One moment. Ooh, I like this color. Ooh, let's share this color with you guys so far. Hold on. I'm wiping off the paddle. Actually, I'll just bring the paddle over there and wipe it off over there. Look at this color. Very mango-y. I like it. I like it. It's too bad I was kind of just throwing things in there, so I probably couldn't recreate it. But what this is coral melon that I had originally gotten from Muddy Soap Co. I don't know if they had a fire a while back. I don't know if they are still in business or if I don't know what's going on. So it's been a while since I've ordered colorants. But when I do order colorants now, I usually order from Serafina's Coastal Colors. They are a Canadian company, but they also ship, I know, to the US. And I found out that Muddy Soap Company, I think, used Serafina's Coastal Colors as their like colorant provider. So, but I'm sure any good provider, I know there's several other good colorant providers. But so it's that coral melon plus yellow 5 dye, and then I threw in some yellow 5 lake into here. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is try and get the last bit of this, which has some fragrance oil in it, so you know I don't want to waste any of that, and all my oils and all that fun stuff. So I'm just going to put a little bit of this in here to just soak up any rest of that, and I should be able to get pretty much the rest of it out, because I'm, I like fragrances, I like colors, I want them all of them. Okay, so I'm just gonna put this back in. I just wanna get to the bottom there to make sure I got everything in there. I'm gonna put this back in the mixer for a few seconds, and then I'll add my citric acid. Poo brown is good. Pretend you're in Bali. I've never been to Bali. Maybe I can go there tonight in my bath. Whoa. Okay, let's put this on. This again. And get that going. So I officially have 3 totally new designs to test tonight. And then I have the conversation hearts that I tested live the last time. I have a few other sayings that I want to test. So I'm probably going to do the sayings first. So I know that's not that exciting. But I'm going to do that first. And I think given the color, I'm going to leave that. I was possibly going to put some more yellow 6 in there, but I like that color. So I'm going to stick with that. Okay, I'm going to add my citric acid next. I usually don't add my lakes until like after I've started to mix a little, but I'm like this voice in the nether regions. But this time I added the lake in right away because basically, okay, I was like refilling the container that I have my lakes in, and I like couldn't fully fill it up. So I just dumped the rest of it in here. Okay, so not in Bali, but if you ever have a bath in Bali, they have brown water. That's interesting. Interesting. Okay, so I do strain citric acid. I should share that I am not a formulator at all. I am using, so generally I use the high humidity recipe from bathfizzandfoam.com. Okay, I grind my citric acid and now it's powdery. Hold on a moment. Let me get some air. So I generally use the high humidity recipe. Better. From Bath Fizz and Foam. But humidity ain't so high here in the winter. And so I'm like around 35 today, I think. I just checked before starting the live. Just gotta push that through my face away. Excuse me. And so I am I'm testing a potential low humidity recipe. So that's what this is. And I love it. The high humidity recipe I love, but I found that when it was really low, I did adjust it a bit, but my bath bombs, when they dried, they got a little crumbly. And so I was lucky enough to be able to test a recipe that I'm hoping will come out soon. But I guess that there's like several potential recipes. And so who knows? But anyway, I'm going to let that mix for a while. And I'll get everything else ready. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to tell you about what I'm doing today. I don't think so. Oh, I will say that normally when I test out new molds, I do not use embeds because they can have an impact in how, like some molds you like need to put the embeds in certain places. Like if you put them in a place, it might crack easier or something like that. So for the hearts, I know I'm good. I'm just testing essentially new letters with each of these. And I want to basically test every letter of the alphabet. And then my plan for those is to offer both. You can purchase sayings I've already put, or for a bit more, I'm thinking about offering some custom, like you tell me what you want on there. So I just need to make sure I have every letter available. Lucky, I'm in the same. I have high humidity in the summer and super low in the winter. Yes. So I would say, Julie, keep an eye out in the group. I think that they're about to like start a new testing thing, but they're gonna need testers. But I know the last time, like it was like a bazillion people in 5 seconds were like me, pick me. But anyway, so I would say keep an eye out. Okay, I usually let my mix go for a little bit because the great Robin French Smith, who I like have a little fangirl crush on, I learned from her that there's this chemical reaction that's happening, and so you're better off kind of giving it a little bit of time to have that. That helps make sure they stick. I will say that I generally use water as my binder, but because I hydrated my dyes with water, I may not need any binder today. So do not, if I don't add binder, that has nothing to do with this formula. Like every formula needs a binder. But if you add your binder as part of your mix, you may not need to add more binder later. So I do have a binder already in there. Anyway, I'm gonna go grab some of the mix. Normally I'd let it mix longer, but I've talked enough. Okay. Okay. So let's just get this going over here. Pardon 1 second. So actually I'll bring the bowl over there again. And just I'm gonna take this mixer off. There. Okay. So I have a pretty decent sized batch. It's like over 2 kilos. But what I do is normally before I add any binder, yes, Ness, I will join that fan club. I'll help be a founding member. So what I generally do, it may not matter this time because I have that dye in. I generally take like a third to a half of my batch, and I put it in my working bowl. And then I put the rest of this aside to be, this is much more yellow than I really wanted it to be, so I should have added a bit of orange, but that's okay. It's gonna be yellow now. That's what it is. I feel like it's more yellow now, right? When you add citric acid, sometimes it kind of adjusts the color a bit, but that's okay. Okay, so I usually put about a half, maybe a little less than a half of my mix into my working bowl. I get this to the texture I need with my binder and everything like that. And then as I'm working, if this starts to kind of misbehave a little bit, I can add almost like fresh mix into my bowl and kind of get it going. So that's just kind of how I do it. And it seems to have worked well for me. And like I said, I did add that water in there, and it was a pretty decent amount of water. So I think I'm actually good to go. Oh, and I was saying earlier about embeds. I usually do not test with embeds, but I'm going to use some embed powder and hope that that doesn't impact it as much today. So we'll see, but if I have issues, I will try it again, but without an embed. Okay, let me get my tray. Okay. And my unmolding pieces, although I'm trying out a little something different today. And so let's get my scale back on. And the first thing I'm going to do is my heart molds with, let's see, we'll go with the Text Me, which actually might look fine to you, but on here it's backwards, but Facebook doesn't make things backwards. And so it's backwards so that when you actually make the bath bomb, it won't be backwards. But anyway, so I'm just gonna put a little bit in here. And so like I said, I'm gonna try and get oh, this is gonna be the top actually. Hold on a moment, I'll tell you that stuff again. Normally, when I make bath bombs, I'm putting my embeds in now. Like I just put a little bit in here and then put the embeds in, because you're gonna put the bath bomb in like this, but this is upside down. So now what I'm gonna do is actually fill it like about halfway to 3/4 and then put my embeds in, because now this is the bottom. So just keep that in mind. Let me break up these embeds a bit. So like I said, so, you know, if you have a messed up batch, you can use it as embeds for a future project. So don't throw anything away. You could make these into like bath dust, bath rocks, whatever. Again, I didn't have poly 80 in this, so I didn't feel comfortable, you know, having it, putting it out for sale anywhere. So I added a little extra poly 80 to this recipe to account for the fact that I don't have poly 80 in my embeds, and they have lakes in them. So, but I'm just gonna kind of throw in some embeds in there and then finish this up. If I care about floating, I usually throw in a few, poke some holes in there. I'm at about 150 grams, a little over, and because of the embeds, it's even more over. I'm gonna put this piece on. Give some good whacking. And now I'm gonna take that bottom piece off. With the whacking, sometimes it can already be ready to go. Okay, so I do know I need to fix this because the M is sticking a teensy bit. So this is part of my test of the M. So I'm gonna have to fix that a bit, or I'm gonna have to retest it to see if it was like needed more tapping. And I'm gonna try out this little unmolding square. Oops. I need my plunger. I'll find it in a moment, but I guess I'll just plunge it myself. Woo, almost dropped it. And then I'm just gonna flip it over, unmold it. This is the other side of it. And I want it to dry right side up, so I'm just gonna, actually what I can do, I'm thinking about actually printing quite a few of these so they become my unmolding things, because then it's easy to clean. But that's gonna be my thing. I gotta fix the M. And I think I can actually, this is a pretty good mix. I can actually pick it up and move it. Okay, so that's the M that needs a little bit of fixing. I'm gonna try, I'm gonna do one more of these hearts, and then I'm gonna do a different design, and then I'll come back. So here's a Kiss Me. I've already got the M. I know we'll need fixing, although it's a good way to double check it, that maybe it was just a user error the last time. But I need to test like the K and the S, like I haven't tested those letters yet. So let me do those. So again, I'm gonna just sprinkle some stuff in there. I am gonna kind of press it down a teensy bit. Because that is my top, I want my embeds closer to the bottom. So I will just keep filling in there and then add some embeds here. This time I am going to tap a bit more and see if that helps the M at all. Like maybe that M is fine and I just, was having a problem the last time. I'm again at the 150-ish, I'm at 149, some will come out. Again, with embeds, it'll be over 150. I didn't have to fill it as much to make it less, if that's what I want. So this time, to try and like help that M, I'm just gonna tap a couple times on the top just to feel better about it and see if that'll help. Let's see. Give it a little tap, tap. It's not coming off. So I'm gonna give it a little tap, tap more. Okay, my S's for sure need fixing. So this is exactly why I wanted to test these letters. So they are not ready yet, but it's generally there. I just gotta put a little more space in between those. I'll still use this. Oh, but the K is fine. The I, this M came out fine. So that's interesting. Okay, but we'll see what happens. I just let you see what I'm doing here. Totally fine on that side. I'm just gonna flip it. And then this is a pretty forgiving shape, so I can actually lift that one. Normally, I'm like, oh! Okay, let's try out a different shape. We'll do, I've got two versions of what I'm doing next. Anybody know what this is? You probably do. The hat gives it away, maybe. It is a gnome. Bloop, 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 bloop. So let's try this little guy. And I'm just gonna sprinkle stuff in this time because I don't know how this mold is. So I sprinkle some in, and then, hey Elizabeth, Julie, you got it. So what I'm gonna do, instead of putting like pieces of embed in there, I'm putting embed powder because that might be a little bit more forgiving to potential issues, since I don't know how this design works. Now the problem is sometimes I put too much embed powder in and my bath bomb like almost splits. I don't want to get it at the edges because that's where like I need to make sure that all of the live bath bomb has stuff in there. I should have put some by the hat, but that's okay. Okay, so I'm at about the 155 mark. And let's see, I'm a little worried about the feet on this gnome. And if it doesn't work, I may take the feet out or move the beard a bit. We'll see. Hey, Jen. Aw, thanks. A seal. Ooh, I like the idea of a seal. Yeah. Oh my gosh. That could totally, oh my gosh. So many ideas. Hey, Elizabeth. Okay, so let's see. Oh, you know what? I don't know. What am I doing? I feel like I haven't made in forever. Is this how I do it? Yeah, this is how I do it. I'm having like a brain fart. Oh, no sticking at all. And I'm just gonna kind of push this down a bit and then I'm gonna push it through. I do have plungers, which to me make it easier, but if you don't have one, you don't need one. I just find that it makes it easier. Now, I do have, you can see a little bit of the embed powder coming out there, so we'll see. There's some on the other side too. But let's check this out. This is one of my little unmolding squares, but I'm trying to decide on a good size. Here's a much bigger one. And let's tap all around, especially in areas that look a little iffy, like the feet and the bottom of the beard. And I'm going to tap while lifting. Nothing sticking. Aw, look at the cute little guy. Oh my gosh. There he is. I am loving him. He's so stinking cute. Aw. So that's my little gnome. I'll definitely let him dry up enough and I'll take some pictures after this weekend, get him listed next week. And I have another version of that gnome. So let's try that out. And then I'll go back to some hearts. I'm gonna move these hearts that I have tried just so that I don't do them again. So this gnome, I'll show you in a moment. Gnomey heaven. Isn't he cute? Okay, so let's do same idea. This time I will use some embed pieces because I'm like, okay, that kind of worked once, so I know that the general design works. Although, of course, it's going to be a little bit of a different design this time. So I'm just going to put some mix in there, shake it around a bit, make sure I get it in all the little nooks and crannies. And then I put some embed pieces in there just to give somebody a little fun. This was a horse. That's way too big. There. So, that's a good mix. This was the high humidity recipe, and it's really hard to break. So, very hard recipe. Okay, so let's get the rest of that in here. I did only put embeds on this side, so my hope is that it will twirl. Like it'll have a better spin, or it should. We'll see. And I'm again at 150-ish. Actually, I'm on the high, almost 160. So this gnome has a little heart that he's holding. So let's see how this one goes. But as you saw, same exact base and sleeve. So if this works, it's an option to get both plungers. Okay. I feel like I didn't pack that properly, so let's see what happens. I banged it enough. Sometimes if you bang it enough on that, you can just lift it. Again, no issues there. And now I'm gonna push this down a bit. Push it through, because I still don't know where my plunger is. I haven't made in like, I went away for New Year's. I feel like it's like been forever since I've made. Where's my little, there it is. Oh, I was using the bigger one for this. And I'm just gonna tap, I think you can see if I put it down here. Tap all the way around. Aww, he looks totally fine there, and look at him. Oh, he's so cute. Oh my gosh. Now the hands don't stick out a ton. You can see it much better, like the light is hitting it well. I do have the hands coming up a teensy bit more than a heart, than the heart. I didn't want it to come up anymore because then like the hands have a risk of like totally falling off as you package him. So I'll probably like a paint thing might help with that, with the fingers, like to differentiate between the hands and the heart. But like, especially on such a light mold, it's very hard to see that live. But as you can see, there is a differentiation in that. It just, it's hard to see on a light bath bomb. So I'll just let you know. Okay, so those are the gnomes that I have. Now, like I said, tomorrow's my Christmas, so I'm not doing anything for the next couple of days, except for prints. Prints will be happening, but I will get those listed early next week. Okay, so those are pass. Now I'm gonna go back. I have 2 more hearts that I wanna try. So this next one, I need a gnome holding a baby goat. Oh, that must be so cute. 4 little kids. Oh my gosh. I want to see pictures of them. Add a dolphin to play with the seal. Oh, that would be so cute. I need to, you know what I decided last week? I'm like, or when I was planning this live, I was like, I need to just have like a piece of paper like here to write all your ideas down while I'm doing things, because you guys have such awesome ideas. Okay, this is a potential custom conversation heart. So one of the things I want to be able to offer once I get all the letters, I don't generally do custom molds, but if I can get every letter working, then I will be offering the potential to customize your hearts. It would probably be only a max of like, 2 4-letter words up to, 2 words up to 4 letters or something like that. Maybe like we'd have to see what can work. I'm just trying to break these pieces up. Oh my gosh, this mix is the humid weather bath bomb recipe for the win on. There, okay. So I want to be able to offer that. So this is one potential one. But anyway, okay, so I've got some embeds in there. And there we go. Let's put this here. And get a moderator to write them down for you. I am so bad. Oh, stethoscope. I'm so bad about asking other people to do things for me. Like really bad. So I only have one moderator, and it's because that person was like, when I first started making, I was like, well, I don't know, maybe I should sell, I don't know. And she was like, yes, you should sell them and start a group. And I was like, I don't know about a group. Who's going to want to join? She's like, do it. I will help you. I will be a moderator. So that's, anyway. Okay, very close. Part of what I was checking was an A. But you can see I need to fix that a bit. It's a little bit too, I got a little mix stuck in there. So I will have to fix that. But that is the potential. I wanted to test the eye heart, but that heart works. So I'm good on that. And now I need to fix the A for sure. So eventually I'll get there where I have all the letters. But oh, I should say my goal with these is as well, I wanted to have the letters be wide enough that you can paint them. So the challenge with anything that has a hole in the center or pieces close to each other is that they can, you know, they have the risk of getting mixed stuck inside of them. And so I wanted all caps, and I wanted it to be where if you wanted to paint them, you don't have to use the thinnest brush in the world. So that was kind of my plan with that. I may have to go back to the drawing board, we'll see, but that was the thought on it. Okay, last one I'm gonna test of the hearts is Be Mine. And again, in person, this is backwards. Like Facebook makes everything mirrored. So, Jen, I don't know if the cursive A would work just for in the design program and all that. But if I can't get it to work, I will try that next. So, okay. So let's do this one. Oh yeah, I fill it most of the way, then add my embeds. That's this one. Add some more super hard embeds. This time I'm actually just gonna put the embeds all along one side so that again, I might get a good spin on that. Now, because I did that, this side, when I put my plunger in, this side is not gonna go down as much as this side. So when I do that kind of thing, I kind of push this side down a bit and add a bit more mix to that side because I want it to be fairly even when I press the plunger in. So that's what I do when I have embeds, or if I use embed bars where I'm only putting them on one part, and I can feel that this feels pretty even. And if I hadn't done that, one side would be going down further than the other. Okay. Majorly bang. Bang that bottom part just because that seemed to help the last time. And again, see that M and the E. So I gotta go back to the drawing board on my letters because these are not all working. Okay. And that's why I test them. That's why I do not sell anything that I haven't tested. Because I want to be able to say that I know they work. Now, because I put the embeds in, these are for sure mine to use, or I have like a clearance section on my website for messed up bath bombs that people get for like half off. And I have a couple of customers who really, they just go to town with those. They'll get like 10, 15 clearance bath bombs. And frankly, these would become personal use or whatever anyway. So why not? Okay. This is going to be the last of my mix, although it's still a whole nother thing. I'm just going to test it to see. I don't think, again, I had water in from hydrating my dyes. And I think we're good. I don't think I need to add any more water. Whew! My husband just got home and it scares me every time that door opens. But I have 2 more designs to test. This is one. Is it a plane? Is it a bird? Is it Superman? No, it's none of those things. You will see in a moment. Okay. Let's make sure. Yes. Oh, I gotta zero this out. And so I am just going to sprinkle some mix in there. I've got some kind of tight spots in here. So I'm gonna just kind of press down on those to just try to make sure that every kind of little, oh, did you even see? I hope you did. But my main focus was like here, here, these corners down here and like that up there. I just want to make sure there's mix in there. Fish, it is not a fish. Nope, nope, nope. This is a Valentine kind of thing. I will say, I was trying to do a Cupid. I'm not going to put embeds in this one. This is a very complicated one, so I just want to make sure the design works before I throw complexity in there. So yeah, I was trying to do a Cupid and I couldn't do it. At least not yet. So this was in that Cupid realm. This one's about 129 grams, so it's on the smaller side, and now it's 125. And you can also put this in backwards. I made it so that you could put it in backwards. So if you see anything else in this other than what comes out, like maybe that's a cat, like, hey, you can put things in backwards. Maybe it's a plane, and make it whatever you want. But for what I made, let's try this. Okay, oh, well, it was fine. I had a little piece, I guess I needed to sand down there because I just had a little like spot there that was like, probably has a little, yes, a little piece. I gotta sand a bit. Let's see. I'm going to, well, I gotta do it here because I wish I had my plunger. Let's take this. Again, I normally use cardboard, but I'm just wanted to test this thing out. Or foam board. I'm a little worried about all those little spots, so I'm just making sure that I hit those spots a little more. And let's tap while lifting. It's a bow and arrow. It's Cupid's bow. Push-oo. So that is, yes, I think that's gonna work. Let's be daring. There we go. And like I said, with that one, so it can go in like that, or you can put it in, if you see something else in here that I don't see, you can put it in backwards. So that is Cupid's bow. And the last one to test, and then I'll be making some other bath bombs, which you're welcome to stay with, or I'll just go off. Okay, I'm just gonna go off. Last one to test is this little guy. Let's see. I'm gonna take a little drink of water first. My first time I remembered to bring water to do in the live. I'm always like done and I'm like, I'm so thirsty. I don't want you guys to see what it is yet. What do you think it is? Yeah, the problem is you can guess all you want, but like Facebook has a bit of a delay. So by the time I see what you guessed, I'll probably be unmolding. Okay, so let's get a little bit of something in here. And then let's throw, oh my goodness, these embeds. Oh, this is a new design. So I'm not gonna put full embed, I'm gonna do embed powder. And I'm just gonna do it down the middle so that I have less risk of me splitting this. And any guesses yet? Oh, let me stop adding. I'm at 155. I think this one I did so you can put it in either side as well. I'll double check that. He has fuzzy hair, but I'm all out and see creatures for this one, so I'll say a seaweed ball. That is not what it is. I don't even know what a seaweed ball is. But if you want it to be, I think you can put this in backwards if I remember correctly. That's what I think I did with that one. I'll put that over there. Okay. Let's take this part off first. Look, that already fell down. And la 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 la. La 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 la. Little bit of tip tapping. I love it. I used to live near the ocean. Now I live near a Great Lake, which is nice, but it ain't the ocean. Okay. Tap while lifting. Oh, he didn't break. It's a Triceratops. Look at the little guy. My little Triceratops. Roar. Roar. I finally am getting to some dinosaurs. So I have a few I want to do. I had tried to do a Triceratops side view and it just wasn't working. He kept giving me trouble, so I decided to do a front view Triceratops. So that is my cutesy little dinosaur. So those are my new designs. I'm going to be working on the rest of tonight. I'm just going to be working on some cow abductions. Nancy. Like I said, so those ones that worked today, both the gnomes, the Cupid's arrow, and the dinosaur, I will get them listed early next week. I will post in the group when they are listed. That is it. You're welcome to watch. I figure maybe I'll make one or two of these in case you haven't seen the cow abduction. I've had him out for a little while. I want to say last summer I put him out. But if you want to see how he looks and how I make him, let's hope he works okay today. You can, feel free. And then I will turn off the live. Oh my gosh, these humid weather recipes, it makes a hard bath bomb, let me tell you. I'm like trying to break these pieces and they do not want to break. Okay. I mean, that's a good thing, right? But, oh. So, my plan is to do, I think what I want to do is a little gift set of the cow abduction plus maybe one or two cows, probably just one cow, but then also like the goat and the chicken or something, like a couple of farm animals, and just put them together. So it's like the cow got abducted from the farm. I just think that'll be a cute little set. So I had all these ideas for sets for the holidays. It didn't happen, so now, did you just hear that? Did you just hear my husband like belch super loud? Anyway, so maybe now I'll finally do it. I don't know. Next, I will be working, so these are the last of the Valentine, besides fixing those hearts, the letters on the hearts. These will be the last of my Valentine designs. I have a shamrock. I don't think, at least this year, I don't think I'm going to do any other St. Patrick's Day ones. So next on my list, oh, pig. I need to make a pig. That's a good idea. I'm going to do a pig. Next on my list will be to make some other like Easter and spring designs. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for spring. I got to figure that out. But for sure I have like the Easter egg. I'm going to do some more, I think, Easter egg designs. I might switch the design to be on the base like I have the conversation hearts so that it can be cheaper if you want to have multiple designs. But my paint your own kits did well for the winter, for the Christmas season. So I think I want to do a lot of like Easter egg paint your own kits. And I might even want to do like 2 or 3 Easter eggs in one kit. And then do like 6 colors, 6 pots instead of just 3. Anyway, so these are going to be my cow abduction ones. I love, love, love the idea of doing a pig. I feel like I had that on my list a while ago and didn't do it. So pig, cow, chicken. I just have the horse face, but I think that'll still work. Oh, I wanted to see about this. Before you guys go, let's see about, for this dinosaur, you can put him in this way. Or if you saw like a seaweed thingy, you can put him in backwards. And then you can paint whatever you want on that. So if you saw something else in there, Garbage Pail Kid, whatever. I'm aging myself. So I definitely have a couple of Easter egg designs out now, and I want to do some more. So if you guys have any particular designs that you want on the Easter eggs, comment with some pictures or whatever of things you're thinking about, and I'll see what I can do. Okay? I'm going to make one more of these, and then I'm going to let you guys go. I mean, you can go now. I'm not stopping you. But just in case there's any other questions or comments or concerns, I want to be able to see them and address them. I hope that's not offensive to anybody. I like to do weirdo voices every once in a while, so it wasn't any particular. Ugh. Oh my gosh. If you want some hard bath bombs, Robin's humid weather recipe. Like I am like stabbing these with this spoon to try and get chunks. Too cute for a boy dinosaur, make it a girl dino. So do you mean like you think that is a boy and you want to find a way to make it a girl, or you're looking for a girl type design? Like I feel like, I don't know what that means. What do you mean by that, Ness? Okay. Oh, it's too cute. I see. I think you're saying it is too cute to be a boy. Is that what you're saying? And I apologize because if you answered already, like Facebook has a delay. So I'm probably like with the dinos, I want to make a couple of different designs so that there can be like a dinosaur set. I just haven't figured out what the other dinosaurs will be because those dinosaurs, let me tell you, I started working on the dinosaurs months ago and I finally have that one. Like, it's, some of these designs are really kicking my butt. So what do you think the difference is between this and what a boy dino or a girl dino would be? I'm just curious. Like, is it that I put a bow on it to make it a girl? Or, like, I don't know how to make it. I'm all open for ideas. I'm just not sure what that would be. I just got a little mix in here and I got to get that out. Okay. So let me know your thoughts. But I'm actually, so let me know your thoughts, a ribbon or bow. yeah, I'll see what I can do. I cannot guarantee anything because, trust me, sometimes that program just wants to me. Yes, she's friendly. Boys are scary. I'll see what I can do. I cannot make promises, but I will see what I can do for sure. So anyway, I'm gonna keep making these with my super hard Robin's Weather recipe bath bombs that don't want to break, which is great most of the time, except when I want to break them up to be embeds. And I will let you guys go. So which ones did you miss? I will show you them. I will do one last, let me unmold this, and I will show you one last time the things that I made tonight that will be, so a couple of them failed, so I won't show you the hearts. Some are just conversation heart letter failures. So I will not show you those. Plus they're so similar to what I've already shown, but I will show you the other ones. One moment. Let me just get this one unmolded, and then I will show you that. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, although 2 are the same general design, just a little bit of an alteration. Save the live. Yes, the live will be posted in the group. And I would like to try to do more lives more often. We shall see. If I get my act together. So, okay, let me bring you guys, well, I'll bring this to you. So, we've got Cupid's arrow. We've got the oh, you know what? I think I can just show you the plungers. That'll show you. Whoopa! So, Cupid's arrow. You keep freezing. I'm sorry. So, hopefully this will get better. Cupid's arrow is the first, and this is a design that can go in backwards as well. So if you see something else in here, it can be whatever you want this to be. But that's one design that will be posted next week. I've got a Triceratops, which looks better. If I lift him, he's probably gonna break, but I'm gonna risk it. Let's do it. We've got Triceratops. I feel like he looks kind of angry. Anyway, and then we've got 2 gnomes. So they use the same base and sleeve, but we've got the regular gnome. And then we've got the lover gnome. So those are the designs that passed the test today and will be listed next week, early next week. So I will leave you all. Have a fabulous weekend and happy making. Bye.